Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see very important articles that appeared in our today's and as well as yesterday's in the newspaper. So let's get started with our discussion. First of all, I'll let you know important topics of the day. And later on, we are going to see each and every topic from prelims, mains, and even I'll let you know how question can be asked from that topics. Okay, online students, please do watch until last so that you'll be getting lots of insights regarding how to prepare current affairs. Okay, let us see the topics of the day. The first one is Meta told to disable child sex abuse content. Okay, here you have to see about what is this child sex abuse content. Why our government of India instructed Meta to remove that kind of content. So this topic is important from your governance point of view from GS paper 2. And next topic is the missing link in India's maternal health story. Recently, National Family Health Survey 6 gave lots of insights regarding health in our country, and it said that yes, we are doing lots of advancements. We improved a lot in maternal care. But even though we are facing lots of challenges related to this maternal care in our country. So here this article is highlighting what are the challenges we are facing. And you have to note down that on that UPSC can ask you a mains based question. And this topic is important from your governance. And next topic is government releases to 25,863 crore for VBG Ramji scheme. So this time for sure in 2027 prelims, you will get short question on this VBG Ramji. And even in 2026 mains also, you may get the question on that. Okay, again we have to revise some basic facts related to that VBG Ramji scheme. And next topic is ISRO conducts test of key component of Gaganyaan mission. If ISRO is launching any kind of such kind of missions or any other space agency in the country, if they are launching any missions, that will become very important. And the space technology is one of the favorite area of UPSC from science and technology. Here you have to see about some facts related to this Gaganyaan mission. And this is important from your science and technology from GS paper 3. And next topic is milk production in Gangetic Plains has nosedived due to climate change. You know, climate change is happening, and because of climate change, we are having lots of negative impact. So this article is talking about one adverse impact on milk production in our country, which is related to climate change. And you can add this article as one example or case study while you are writing any answer related to negative impacts of climate change. In that way, you have to improve value to your answer. And next topic is India needs a second home for Asiatic lions. Here we have to see about Asiatic lions, and you have to see about what is this Project Lion and where this Asiatic lions live in our country, which is their habitat. On this, UPSC already asked question in previous years related to prelims. And this time again UPSC may ask question on this Asiatic lions because it is highly in news and it is one of the debatable topic that is going on now. Okay, now let us see one by one. Read out the title, guys. You know Meta, right? What is Meta? How many of you are using this kind of Meta related things? How many of you are using this WhatsApp, Insta? Yes? Okay, Meta told to disable child sex abuse content. So this Meta is related to what? Social media platforms. Yes. So what is the meaning of this? Meta told to disable child sex abuse content. What does it mean? What does the title mean? What do you understand by reading this title? Now government gave directions to social media platforms and asked that social media platforms to remove child sex abuse related content. Yes, that is the meaning of this. Now let us see why government gave that kind of guidelines or why government took this step. You need to know. To understand this, just see this infographic. Whenever you are getting infographic, if you are not understanding this title, just if there is any infographic in that article, just see that infographic. This will give you detailed information related to what that article is, and in this infographic you will be having almost all key points. Okay, in that article will be summarized in this infographic. You have to see that. Okay, now let us see. The notice comes amid allegations that Meta's algorithm had been promoting videos with child sexual abuse material on its platform. Okay, so now what is happening? So many allegations, many charges were there on Meta that Meta is promoting this sexual abuse content on its platform. That is the one allegation. And after that, Instagram is alleged to have shown paid advertisement. You know this paid advertisements in social media platforms, right? So if you want to increase views or if you want to boost your post or video, we can go for paid advertisement. We can pay so that this social media platforms will increase your visibility of whatever the content you posted. Okay, in that way we can increase our views, increase our likes, comments, whatever it may be, right? So here there is one allegation that Instagram is also taking money as paid advertisement to promote this child sexual abuse content in this Instagram platform. That is the next one. And next one is Meta's advertisement policy prohibits content with sexually suggested activities. But even though there are some reports which are showing that they are going for this kind of paid advertisements. So if this kind of sexual content, if it is circulating in the social media platforms, is that good? Government has to take some steps, right? So because of this, now government released a notice. It gave a notice to this Meta to remove this child sex abuse related content. And even what government asked, government demanded a detailed explanation on these allegations. What are the allegations? First one is paid advertisements. Second one is circulating of information. Because of this, it is in news. Clear? So now you know why government took this kind of step and what is happening in the social media platforms. Okay, now let us see in detail. So which ministry is related to that kind of circulating of content in social media platforms? Mighty Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So we have one union ministry called as Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, that is Mighty, ordered Meta or Instagram to disable means nothing but remove advertisement and even content that promote or facilitate access to this child sexual abuse material in India. And even government asked that platforms to give a detailed explanation within 7 days. Because of this, it is in news. Is that clear? Okay, now let us see the important facts. What are the facts? Okay, now after giving this kind of notice, now central government said that we are going to do media investigations and we are going to have a clear-cut report on whatever the allegations which are made on this social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be. And government also said that if the charges are proved, then Meta will be facing some punishment. Punishment will be given under which acts? We have POCSO. What is the full form of this POCSO? Prevention of Child from Sexual Abuse Act of 2012. This act will be protecting children from this kind of sexual abuse. So if these charges are proved on Meta, so Meta will be punished under POCSO Act. And one more act we have, that is IT Act, Information Technology Act. Under that also we are going to punish this Meta. Okay, now you guys tell me what is the impact on society if this kind of content circulated in social media. What happens? Come on, think. What will be the impact? Online students, tell me in the comment box. You can do it, guys. Come on. Can we ensure security for the children to use this kind of social media platforms? Can we ensure law and order in our society? Next, will be there increased number of crimes or reduced number of crimes? Increased crimes. Next, can we ensure privacy for the children? No. Next. Okay. Now my question is, if you are an IPS officer, in your area there is widely spreading of child sexual abuse content in social media platforms in your district and it is posing a lot of threat in your society. and it is creating a grave law and order problem in your district. As an IPS officer, what are the steps you are going to take to control the situation? Is that a possible ethics-based case study or not? Yes. So now you have to think about what kind of measures you can take. Come on, think and tell me. Think, you are an IPS officer now. What kind of steps you will take? What can you do? Awareness programs. Okay, next. Okay, warning. Okay, team, we'll do investigation. Next. Is capacity building. Okay, next. We can ask this kind of platforms to remove the content first. Next. We have to educate not only children but even parents. Next. Even schools plays a very important role in training such kind of things, no? What to do, what not to do. Because we learn most of our good habits and bad habits in our school itself. Because most of the time we'll spend in the school from morning to evening. So schools, teachers need to play an important role to protect the children's privacy also. Next. Can we limit the time of using of internet for the children? It is done in China and Japan. They will allow only children to use only not more than 2 hours per a day internet in Japan. That is strictly followed. Are we following in India? In case of Sunday, morning to even till night 2 o'clock, mobile will be there in the children's hands. They will be going on scrolling, playing online games. Rather than that, we need to come up with a law where we can restrict the use of internet for children, and we have to keep the strict timings. Okay, see this next article, guys. Read out the title. The missing link in India's maternal health story. Maternal means related to mothers. Okay, now let us see the one more line here. Despite improvements in institutional deliveries, maternity programs, exclusive breastfeeding rates have declined according to NFHS 6 data. So recently we studied, Government of India did survey and it released NFHS. What is the full form? National Family Health Survey 6 data. And in this 6 data, what are the highlights? Increased institutional deliveries, increased breastfeeding. Right? Next. And even maternity programs are implemented at the ground level. But even though, despite of all these things, we are facing some challenges in mother health. That is the thing which mainly highlighted in this entire article. Now, please make a note of challenges. So, how UPSC can give you a question? In the light of NFHS 6 data, what are the challenges faced by maternal health? Suggest some measures. Or they may ask you, what are the government initiatives to improve maternal health in our country? What are the challenges faced by them? Suggest some measures. So here you have to know about the highlights of this National Family Health Survey 6 data. You have to know government initiatives related to child and mother health. You have to see about what challenges we are facing. And next you have to think about what are the measures we can take. Okay, so in this way you may get mains based question in your GS paper too. If UPSC wants to give in GS paper 4 ethics, because it is authentic data, because this survey is done by Government of India and it released this data. On this negatives which is highlighted by this report, UPSC can frame case study. You are a district collector. In your area, recently report highlighted that there is increase in anemia, decreased institutional deliveries, and your society is patriarchal society, and which are following this orthodox norms and rules still in your society. And if you want to bring awareness, if you want to improve the healthcare indicators, what are the steps you can take? or what challenges you are facing, what are the ethical dilemmas you have. Like that, UPSC can frame one case study and it wants to answer that case study. Okay, so in that way you can get ethics case study, or you may get mains based question. In 2026 mains, for sure there will be a mains based question on this NFHS 6. In 2027 prelims, you will again get a question on this. Okay, now let us see this article. So this article is saying that there is a lots of gap between whatever the data we are getting in these reports and what exactly happening on the ground. If you see related to this maternal health, we are facing lots of challenges. What are those challenges? First one is incomplete continuum of care. In government hospitals, I said there is one scheme under which on every 9th of that month, completely that day will be dedicated for providing care for antenatal care, yes, pregnant, lactating women, and after deliveries women has to go to that hospital, right? But what is happening is, after once delivery is done, how many women are going to hospital for checkups regularly? And I will tell you one thing. So after delivery, woman will start feeding her baby, right? That is called as breastfeeding. Mother milk will be given to the baby. Till how many days mother will be continuing that breastfeeding? Till then she has to compulsory take this calcium supplements. But how many of them are taking this calcium supplements till this ending of that lactation? I think you may ask your family members. No one is taking that. But if they're not taking calcium supplements at that time of breastfeeding, then what happens? Later on, their bones will be getting weakened and they will be getting back pain. They'll complain like leg pain, stiffness in their neck because of this one supplement. So this supplement will be taken only when women who will go to this antenatal visits to the hospital. But it is not happening. Because of that, women health we are not maintaining in our country. That is the first point which mainly highlighted here. I gave this example of calcium. Okay, so incomplete continuum of care. There is no proper antenatal and postnatal follow-up. Okay, that is a one important problem. And next one is there is high burden of maternal anemia and undernutrition. Okay, and there will be a normally one problem in pregnancy. Normally, whenever women in that pregnancy phase, everyone will be caring that pregnant woman like anything. Eat this, take rest, sit here, don't do this work, that work. But after once delivery is done, will anyone ask about woman? Did she had her food? Everyone focus will be shifted to that newborn baby. You know what happened? Ultimately, women's psychology, how it will be? Before delivery, everyone used to take care of me, but now no one is taking care of me. No one is asking me to at least had food or not. That phase is called as postpartum depression. Every woman will enter into that phase. Every woman. Okay. So what happens at that time? They will not take proper food, and there will be lots of diet restrictions after once delivery is done. And next one is she will be not having sleep for sure at that time. So because of that, what happened after once delivery is done, she will be having postpartum bleeding also. Because of that, she will be facing this maternal anemia and as well as undernutrition. And in some cases, if the delivery happened at the home, there will be a very high chance of infections and heavy bleeding. That might also leads to morbidity as well. Okay, so this is also one important problem which highlighted by this NFHS. And next one here is rising early return to work and weekend breastfeeding support. Okay, if the family is not financially well because of some other conditions, sometimes women has to return to work as early as possible. Yes or no? Normally after this delivery, they will be advised to take at least 5 to 6 months of rest. I think in our Indian society, that is a norm. After delivery, mother and baby will be taken to the mother's home and they will stay at least 4 to 5 months. But in some circumstance, what happened? Mother has to go to work as early as possible. At that time, is that breastfeeding possible? No. So here, what is happening here? Because of economic pressures, because of migration, because of lack of maternity support, exclusive breastfeeding cannot happen. So because of this, overall, what happens? It will be having effect on mother and newborn. Even I went to that such a phase. After my delivery, within 10 days itself, I started my work again. That is a one important thing. And next one is, there is increasing of C-sections compared to that of normal deliveries. You know this, right? C-section, normal delivery. So because of this increasing of C-section, there will be more negative impact in the long term compared to that of normal delivery. During this C-section, at least 750 ml of blood will be lost. But during normal delivery, only 350 to 500 ml of blood will be lost for women. Extra blood loss will happen. And in C-section, 7 layers will be cut down and the stitches will be there. But normal delivery, mostly no stitches. And recovery will be very fast in normal delivery compared to that of C-section. But now, because of the C-section, and even in the C-section, they have to give anesthesia to directly spinal cord. That will lead to back pain in the long term. So here, obviously, what happens? C-section will be having more complications. But what the society will call, she gave birth without any pain. But in the long term, which is having more impact, that C-section will be having more impact. So because of this increasing of C-section rates, what is happening? There will be like increased postpartum complications. That means after once delivery is done, there will be lots of complications in the C-section. Okay, many a times, sometimes if there is no proper care after one C-section is done, even that may leads to deaths also. Recently in Rajasthan, I guess, in 2 months, around 8 people who got this C-section died. I think I said that article in our class also. Can you recall that article? So that is nothing but the postpartum complications. And next one here is, there is also a problem related to quality of care, related to trained staff, related to weak skills. Because of that, sometimes we can see extra morbidity in the woman. And next one is, there is no proper service delivery also, no proper nutrition, no proper health, and no proper child and women departments in some hospitals. Because of that, also the care which is provided in hospitals will be poor. And next one is inadequate detection and reporting. Okay, maternal morbidity and even child deaths are not properly reported in many areas, especially in remote areas. And next one here is, who are more vulnerable? Economically weaker sections and scheduled caste and scheduled tribes people are more vulnerable to this kind of maternal mortality or maternal health care. So all these are the problems which are highlighted by this National Family Health Survey 6. Okay. Say this article, guys. Read out the title. Government releases 25,863 crore for VBG Ramji scheme. Now tell me, what is the full form of VBG Ramji? You know this. VB Viksit Bharat. Viksit Bharat. Guarantee for Rozgar, Ajivika, Mission, Gramin. Okay, this scheme is focusing on what? Providing of employment opportunities in rural areas. So this scheme replaced earlier which scheme? Earlier we have this MG Narega scheme. MG Narega full form? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. We came up with this scheme in 2005. And now in 2025 December, we replaced this scheme with VBG Ramji. And under this scheme, what exactly we are providing? Employment opportunities in rural areas, not in urban areas. Okay, now tell me, what are the features of this scheme now? What are the features of this new scheme? How many days of employment? Yes, we are having now 125 days of employment. Next. Okay, there is a pause of 60 days. Okay, during the season where we can get employment in rural areas, in that time we can have a pause of 60 days and again we can resume it. Next, what about the payments? Okay, weekly payments. Now it is central sector or sponsored. Yeah, now it is central sponsored scheme. What is central sponsored scheme? Funds has to be distributed between central government and state government. Earlier, completely it was given by central government. That is central sector earlier, but now it is centrally sponsored scheme. And next, we are going to create assets. So this assets will leads to development in rural areas. That is a part of Viksit Bharat. Next. Yes, what is the minimum wage they decided in yesterday's or day before yesterday's class we discussed? Yes, what is the minimum wage they decided? 300. Earlier in MG Narega, state to state was different. But now uniformly it is 300 rupees fixed per a day. Okay, now for this, how much amount of allocations they released? 25,863. Okay, so which state got more allocation? You have to remember this, guys. At least 2 to 3 states. The highest allocation is given to UP. First, UP got highest allocation and second one is AP, third one is Rajasthan. Okay, and southern states will be like they will get for sure low amount of funds compared to the northern states. Why? Because of population, because of development purpose. Okay, read this title, guys. ISRO conducts test of key component for Gaganyaan mission. What is the keyword? Yes, Gaganyaan mission. What is this Gaganyaan mission? And remember, guys, this is very important from your science and technology. In science and technology, you need to be very much clear related to space technology. Next one is defense technology, ICT, information communication technology. Next one is biotechnology. So mostly your questions either from mains or prelims, it will be from these 4 areas only. You have to be thorough with that. Space, defense, ICT and biotechnology. Okay, and others you can take light. Just if you have basic idea related to others, it's enough. But related to this 4, you need to know in-depth knowledge. On this only UPSC will ask questions. And this time from science and technology, there are 19 questions in prelims. Don't underestimate this science and technology. Many of students, they will take this science and technology as very light. But this time, it hit hard, the students. So don't get that kind of backstabbings. Okay? Give priority for each and every subject. And from science and technology, see this more. Okay, now let us see some facts related to this Gaganyaan mission. So how UPSC can give you a question? Consider the following statements regarding Gaganyaan mission. Under that it can give you statements and it may ask you to identify correct or incorrect statements. There is a first type of question. And second type of question is, this is the technology where we are sending humans into space. So UPSC can ask you a question in this way: which of the following countries have this technology to send humans to space? And it will give you 4 to 5 countries and it will ask you to identify which of the above countries have this technology. That is the second type of question. And next type of question is, ISRO will be launching lots of missions, like we have Mangalyaan mission, we have Chandrayaan mission, now we have Gaganyaan mission. So here there is a possibility of giving match the following based question. Consider the following. It may give you Gaganyaan, Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan, one more mission, A, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Option A, option B, option C, D will be like match the following in this way. So this format started from 2026. There's a new format. Okay, or else there is one more type of question that can be given is, consider the following pairs. 1, Gaganyaan explanation. 2, Mangalyaan explanation. 3, Chandrayaan its explanation. And it may ask you how many above pairs are correct. Okay, like that you can expect 4 formats of questions from this single topic. Okay, clear? Now let us see some facts related to Gaganyaan mission. Gaganyaan mission is India's human space flight program. Who is leading this? ISRO. And remember guys, there are some famous space agencies across the world. First one is ISRO. Second one is, NASA, right? NASA, it is US. JAXA, JAXA, that is Japanese. Next one is Roscosmos, it is Russia's. And we have Chinese. So if these 5 space agencies, if they are launching any missions, that will be important guys. Only these 5 remember. So if UPSC is changing the statements, how it can change? Gaganyaan mission is human flight mission of NASA. It is very simple to change, right? So in that way, UPSC has a tendency to change organization which is launching that. You have to be very careful. It is one trap. You can identify the statement based on that trap in science and technology based space questions. Okay, now let us see about this. Gaganyaan is India's human space mission. It is launched by ISRO. What is the objective? We are going to send Indian astronauts into low Earth orbit. For how many days? For 3 days. And after that, we have to bring back that humans onto land safely. That is a major objective. And this program includes 2 unmanned missions. What is the meaning of unmanned? We are just sending this mission to space without any man in that mission. And later on, we will be sending astronauts into space onto this low Earth orbit. Okay, and next one is, if this is successful, India will be the 4th country. So you can remember whatever the things which will be asked in science and technology, India will be the 4th country. Before that, we have US, China and Russia. So after this 3 only, India will be the 4th. So mostly India will be the 4th country to have this kind of technology. Remember this number 4. First one will be US, second one will be Russia, third one will be China. After that, the 4th one will be India will be having this kind of technology. Okay, what are the objectives of this mission? Why we are sending humans into the space? First one is, we want to get this human space flight capability. If this is successful, we can go for space tourism also. Yes, we can send humans into space and we can bring them back who are rich, wealthy. If they want to go to space, we can send them. So for that, we need to have this successful capability of sending humans to space. Because of that, we are launching this Gaganyaan mission to test whether we have this human space flight capability or not. And next one is, it will help to make a foundation for long-term human space exploration program. And next one is, we can go for microgravity studies. In space, do we have gravity? For example, have you seen some movies like Antariksh, Interstellar? Like that, the humans will be just flying because there is no gravity. But what you see, humans on the earth will be like standing on this ground, earth surface, and we will be walking because we have gravity on earth surface, but there is no gravity in this space. So because of this, humans will fly in this space. So if we want to do any experiments in microgravity conditions where we don't have any gravity, the space is the best area to conduct such kind of experiments. Okay, so we can also do microgravity research in medicine, in material science, biology, etc. We can use this space. So for that, we have to send humans to do that kind of experiments. Yes. And this one is, we are going to develop critical space flight technologies also. And even we can provide life support for these astronauts who went into the space. As you all know that we will launch lots of satellites into our space. If there is any problem in that satellite, we have to send humans and we have to make it repaired, right? For example, if we buy any vehicle, if there is any problem in our vehicle, we will take to a garage and we will make that correct, right? In the same way, whatever the satellites we are sending into space, sometimes we will be getting problems in that satellites. We have to get it repaired. So for that reason, we have to send humans. If we want to send humans into space, we need to have that certain vehicle to send that humans. Yes. and we need to provide proper life support system because there is no proper oxygen there and there is no gravity. Yes. So for that reason, we are doing this kind of experiments to send humans into space, and that mission of ISRO is called as Gaganyaan mission. Clear? Okay, now let us see next article. Read out the title. Milk production in Gangetic Plains has nosedived due to climate change. The keyword here is milk production. Second one is climate change. Okay, now tell me guys, why this climate change is happening at a very faster rate now? Rapid urbanization is one reason. Next, increased vehicular emissions, industrial pollution, deforestation, that is a major reason, and releasing of greenhouse gases more into atmosphere. Yes, because of this, what is happening? Overall global warming is happening, increased temperature of our planet. Obvious that will lead to climate change. Because of this climate change, do we have any negative impacts? Now tell me guys, what are the negative impacts? Melting of glaciers is happening. Because of melting of glaciers, increased sea level rise. Next. Yes, rainfall patterns are getting affected. This time we have El Nino because of climate change only. How much deficit rainfall we are expecting? 40% deficit rainfall this time. Next, droughts in some areas. If no rainfall, droughts. Next. Okay, decreasing of carbon sinks because of deforestation. And whenever there is increasing of temperature, cyclones will increase or decrease. Cyclones increase. If number of cyclones are increasing in this Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, do it have impact on India or not? Floods. Next. Okay. Okay, there is no rainfall. If animals are living in the forest, will they get proper food, proper water? No. Then what happens? Their sustainability, their survivability will be reduced. It will lead to death of lots of animals. Next. Any other things? Come on, think. What about impact on humans? Heat waves increase or decreases? Heat waves increases. Do you know this concept of homostasis? Anyone? Any idea? Come on, come on. So this is the one important concept that you have to understand this present article. Okay, what is this? Is climate change is increasing. There is increased global warming. Because of that, there is increased temperature. So what happens in our body if temperature rises in summer season? In summer season, temperature will be high. Accepted or not? Okay, in summer season, what happens in our body? Dehydration. Why dehydration? Okay, whenever temperature is increased outside, obviously the air which is present around us will be also temperature rise, right? The temperature of air is also increased. Then what happen? That air, if it touches our body or skin, our skin temperature will also increase. If our body, if our outer organ of our body, that is skin, right, is the largest organ. So if skin temperature increases, can we protect our internal body organs like heart, stomach, intestine? We cannot. So here our body wants to maintain body temperature, and this process called as homeostasis. What our body do is, whatever the water which is present in our body, that will be start coming out in the form of a sweat. So if sweat comes, what happens? Our surface of the skin will be getting cooled. Okay, in that way we are trying to maintain our body temperature. This process called as homeostasis. In the same way, in animals also, whenever there is increased temperature, they will try to maintain their body temperature through this process called as homeostasis. water which is present in that buffalo or cow, what happened? It will be coming out as form of sweat. Then what about the milk production? Milk is nothing but water plus milk solids and fat. Right. So what is happening here? Water content is reducing in that buffalo or cow to maintain their body. So to maintain their body temperature. Then what happens with the milk output? Milk output will increase or reduce. There is decreased milk output. That is this article. Are you understanding? To maintain their body temperature through homeostasis process, most of the water and energy is diverted to that mechanism of maintaining body temperature. Because of this, overall output of milk is reduced. And do you know India is the second largest producer of milk in our country, in the world. In the world itself, India is the second largest producer of milk. Okay, now because of this climate change, it is affecting our milk production. Will it affect India's economy or not? That means, is this a simple problem? What happens if climate change happens, increased temperature, reducing of milk? Why should I bother? Do we need to think like that? No. India is the second largest producer of milk in the world, and India is doing lots of exports of milk products. Okay, if this production of milk is reduced, means what will happen? Exports will be got hit. Next one is, one major problem in milk is adulteration of milk. Shampoos, oil, urea, vegetable oil, skimming, and they are making milk and they are selling. So this kind of adulteration will be increased or reduced. If adulteration is increased, then what happened? What about the health of the people? Health of the people will be getting impacted. And again, their hospital expenses will be increased. So this much big problem you are going to have if there is reduced milk production. Okay. See, the same thing which is given here. A new study has found out that global warming actually affects dairy production across global south. Especially the high milk production tracts of Haryana, as lactating animals are more prone to heat stress. Hence, they divert energy and water from milk production to regulate their body temperature. Because of this, there will be 20 to 30% of decline in the milk yield. Okay, earlier they used to give like 4 liters of milk, but 20% means how much it will be? 20% of 4 liters. 1.2 liters. I don't know maths. Calculate and tell me in the comment box. Okay, so there will be declining of 20 to 30% of milk yield will be reduced. CSAT is very important. Don't neglect CSAT. Whenever I ask you problems, it should be on your tips case, percentages, additions. How many of you know tables? How many tables you know? At least 15? 100 is not possible. Tell me, at least 15 you know, right? If you don't know, I don't know anything. You have to start from tables. Start from tables, guys. If you are doing GS, very good, extraordinary. But if you get 65 or 64 or below 50 in CSAT, 1 year got wasted. Again, you have to sit for 1 more year. So don't do that mistake. Don't take CSAT late. Last batch, everyone did that only. I don't want you to do that, guys. CSAT, we don't know. Many people depended on RC. This time RC gave a big back. Every year they used to give like 27 to 29 questions on RC. But this year they gave only 23 questions. 6 questions. 6 into 2.5. How many marks? 6 into 2.5. 18 marks. You can see how much difference it will be. You have to do even reasoning and aptitude. Don't take anything light this time. Okay, so try to do some sums improve your calculation part. 2 hours will be not enough. I will accept it. But you have to improve your fastness and you have to learn techniques and tricks for solving CSAT. Then only you can do maximum questions. Okay. Yeah, see this next article, guys. India needs a second home for Asiatic lions. What is the keyword? Yes, Asiatic lions. Okay, in lions we have normally two species. One is Asiatic lion, second one is African lion. Two. You have to know difference between Asiatic lion and African lions. Okay, so after this class, just type Asiatic lion and African lion in the Google and see image. Have you seen this Mrugaraju movie, anyone? Very old movie. Old movie only. So in that movie, whatever the lion you see is Asiatic or African lion. Okay. So just Google, just browse the image of lion and see Asiatic lion what it is and what is African lion. So one major thing you can find here is Asiatic lion will be not having that much fur around the face. But African lions will be having very huge fur here like this. But for for Asian lion, only very small fur you can see. Okay, so in that way you can identify the difference in physical characteristics of Asiatic lion and African lion. Okay, so here we are talking about Asiatic lion. Asiatic lion is seen only in one national park in India. Yes, very good. Okay, so Asiatic lion is seen in only one national park, that is Gir National Park. In which state? Please make a note. In Gujarat, we have one national park called as Gir National Park. In that national park only we can see this Asiatic lions. Okay, the problem with this Asiatic lion is it will be getting infections from one virus called as, I said about this in earlier class. Make a note. Canine distemper virus. Okay, so the problem with this Asiatic lion is it will be infected by this canine distemper virus. And in 2019, if I'm not wrong, 2018, okay, in 2018, the outbreak of this canine distemper virus happened. Because of this, many lions were killed in a single go. And these lions are seen only in this Gir National Park. If once again, if there is any outbreak of this virus happens, means can we save that lions? We cannot save. So because of this, rather than keeping all these lions in one national park, we have to separate them and we have to keep in different habitats. If you're keeping in different habitats, you can save at least some lions. So you know, COVID-19 pandemic, it is caused by virus. Easy spread of this virus happened. In the same way, if this canine distemper virus outbreak happens, it can be easily spread to different lions in that habitat. So if every lion got this infection, if every lion died, means what happened? That will lead to extinction of Asiatic lions itself. It will be a great threat to our ecosystem. So here this article is saying that we need to have a second home. We should not keep all these lions in one habitat. We have to separate them and we have to translocate them and we have to maintain in different environments so that we can try to protect that species. That is the idea of this article. But where we have to shift them? Any idea? Do you know this Project Cheetah? What is Project Cheetah is about? We bought cheetahs from which country? Botswana and South Africa, and we relocated to which national park? Kuno National Park. Where is Kuno National Park is located? In Madhya Pradesh. So actually in India, once upon a time, we used to have cheetahs. But earlier, we used to have different kingdoms. What was their major activity? Major recreation activity? Hunting. Especially they used to hunt this big animals, cheetahs. And even it is a pride to have cheetah skin in their home. It's normally in the old movies we can see they will be zooming on that cheetah skin on the wall, right? So because of that art or recreation, whatever it may be, it made this cheetahs extinct in our India. Not even a single cheetah was present. So again, government started this project Cheetah, and government got this cheetahs from Africa, from 2 countries. One is from South Africa, next is from Namibia, I guess. Namibia, not Botswana. Botswana is famous for elephants. From Namibia and South Africa, we got that cheetahs. And now we relocated them in Kuno National Park, and they are surviving to some extent. And recently, this cheetahs also got this canine distemper virus infection. Botswana also. I think 3rd phase. Okay. Okay, now we are asking about to have a second home for this Gir National Park Asiatic lions, and they proposed one location again, that is Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, but actually government said that there is one national sanctuary. Okay, and actually government said that there is one sanctuary in Gujarat itself. We want to relocate that to this Bada sanctuary. There is one wildlife sanctuary called as Bada Wildlife Sanctuary in Gujarat, and they want to translocate to that area. But government is saying that if we are going for translocation in the same state, it may be a problem. So we have to go for different place. So they proposed Kuno National Park now because of the citizen news. Clear? So how can you get a question is, Bada Wildlife Sanctuary is seen in news. In which of the following state it is located? ABCD, Gujarat, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Telangana. Like that, they may give you a question. This kind of questions UPSC asked before 2022, but now they are not asking, but we don't know. It is entirely on our fate. Okay, so in that way also you may get a question, and you may get one kind of question here. Yeah, in 2023 the question was in this way. Consider the following statements, and they compared lions and cheetahs. Lions will be having scent markings. Like that they gave the question, and even they asked question related to elephants. Elephant group is matriarchal group. It is led by a female, and the gestation period, like that UPSC asked question on animal, because you will be writing common prelims for IFOS also. For sure, UPSC will be asking questions on animals which are there in news. Okay, minimum 15 to 18 questions you can get from environment subject, and this is one major chunk you have to do. Okay, so how can you know which animal species is important? Take out the PYQs. In PYQs, whatever the animals given, even in options, try to make notes on it. On that, UPSC will give you a question. In the same way, in 2026 also they gave question on one species. What is that species? Anyone? Monkey. What is that monkey name? What is the species? Yes, long-tail macaque. Already UPSC asked question on that long-tail macaque in some options in previous years. This time they gave full-fledged question on that. Okay, in that way UPSC will ask you questions related to species. You have to know about that. Lion-tail macaque, not long-tail, lion-tail macaque. Okay, see these questions, guys. Consider the following statements regarding Asiatic lion. There are 3 statements. Gir forest of Gujarat is the only wild habitat of Asiatic lions. Asiatic lions are listed as endangered on IUCN Red List. Project Lion is a central government initiative for their long-term conservation. All 3 are right. Yes. If any animal which is there in this critically endangered and vulnerable, then only government will be focusing on conservation. And they will keep the name of that project by that name. We have Project Rhino, Project Elephant, Project Cheetah, Project Dolphin, Project Tiger. Okay, like that. Project Lion is focusing on conservation. Yes, all these 3 statements are right. Answer is 1, 2 and 3. See this next, guys. Which of the following technologies are essential for human space flight mission? Okay, so here I said you may get a question on consider the following statements regarding Gaganyaan mission, right? And I asked it like which of the above countries have this technology, and here what exactly we need for this human space flight mission. And next I said you may get match the following based questions. In different formats, you may get different questions. So here they're asking about if we want to be success in this human space flight mission, what exactly the technologies we need to have. First one is crew escape system. What is crew escape system? Crew means nothing but the people who are in that rocket. If there is any danger, they have to come outside. That is called as crew escape system. And this one is human rated launch vehicle. The launch vehicle should have the seating arrangement where humans have to sit. And this one is environment control and life support system they need, like oxygen support, temperature, pressure. Yes. Re-entry heat shield. Yes, they need to have this heat shield also. Because what happens whenever this rocket is moving upwards, it will be releasing lot of amount of heat. Right? Rocket works on which principle? Newton's? We're thinking that much. Newton's third law. What is Newton's third law? Every action has equal and opposite reaction. If someone beat you, you will beat them. That is that Newton's third law. Right? Okay. So here, because of that high amount of heat, we need even heat shield also. We have to protect these humans from that amount of heat. That is called as heat shield. Something I did. Hey, what happened? What happened? Oh, it got stuck. It got stuck. Shit. Back and pitching. Okay, so answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Yeah, that's all guys. Any doubts? That's all. By this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this class, please hit the like button and please to share this class to your friends. And if you have not yet been subscribed to our channel, please to subscribe guys. Thank you so much.